Orioles lose one tonight, 8-4. We're going to go back to Anaheim Stadium. Jim Palmer in the Masson broadcast booth. And Jim, how about a little comparison about the two starters in Gausman and Heaney? It seemed like they both couldn't get through to the 6th inning.
Well, you know, Heaney has pitched real well. I mean, 7 straight starts, 2 runs or less. Tonight, that certainly wasn't the case. Go with a big base hit. So there, you know, take a look at the numbers, 5 2/3 innings for each of them. Kevin Gausman, he gives up a lot of 2-strike hits. You know, listening to what Rick Dempsey was saying, I mean, Heaney just looked like he got a couple balls middle of the plate. Mike Scioscia before the game saying, who manages the Angels, saying, you know, he's not a real hard thrower. You know, but I look at Kevin Gausman. He's learning how to pitch up here. He's got to come up with a slider. He doesn't have one. You know, 3 years they haven't been able to teach him one. It would just be a ball that Rick Dempsey talked about. A ball with 2 strikes when you're throwing 96 to 98. They're hitting off that because that's what major league hitters hit off. So there's something out of the strike zone. But I don't think he feels comfortable doing it. He hasn't been able to do it. So again, you know, the Angels, hey, they're great at home. They're now 35-22 at home. Usually don't score this many runs, but you know, tonight they got the clutch hits. But I was pretty impressed the way they were able to cut down their swings with 2 strikes, because a lot of the hits that Gausman gave up, you know, not even some of the ones that hurt him, were 2-strike pitches.
Jimmy, you make a good point there about the offense tonight, pretty much balanced on both sides of the field. The Orioles, I was pretty happy with them coming back after an off day and getting that many hits and really giving the Angels a very tough time for the first half of this ballgame.
Yeah, you know, but I'm a little worried about the Orioles bullpen, you know, because we've seen Chaz Rowe, you know, he was so good, and now maybe over the last game today, command a little bit off. So, you know, again, when you get to this point in the season, you're usually adding bullpen help, not giving it away or trading it away. So, you know, again, you know, Brock, who's done a marvelous job, he comes in, and I watched Crone hit in batting practice. I mean, he's hitting him, he hit that ball 454 feet or 456 feet. He was doing that BP, but he got a pitch to hit and didn't miss it. But all in all, I mean, it really wasn't a bad game. There's probably 3-4 bad pitches, which is really what baseball's all about. You know, the Angels want this game as bad as we do because, you know, they're trailing Houston, and they certainly have games to play with them. So, you know, again, 2-2 on this West Coast trip. And tomorrow, I would think, you know, with the Menace pitching against Richards, they'd be happy because he's 11-8. But I'll take a Baldwell because what can he do that Kevin Gausman can't do? Splitter, curveball, slider. So a little bit more of a finesse pitcher and much more experienced.
And Jim, I would imagine you need a new highlighter. You'll have to go out shopping tomorrow morning after you have breakfast for a highlighter, right?
You never know.
As always, we thank the Hall of Famer Jim Palmer.